For the first time in American history, an African American will be sworn in as President of the United States.
This is Beth Davison and Mary Beth McKee, and we're going to talk about our experiences yesterday. We were in Washington, D.C., witnessing the inauguration of Barack Obama as the 44th President of the United States. We're back in Boone reflecting on the incredible experience we had. We got up really early for us, around 6 o'clock. And we were out in the street at 6:30, and it was dark and it was cold. But immediately outside our door, we ran into people.
And you got the feeling you were already late. You're out the door walking at 6:30 to walk less than a mile, and you're already behind. So the crowds are starting to gather. And as we approached the mall, I remember it was crossing my mind, we might not make it in.
The farther along we walked, we just picked up more and more people. As we walked, the crowds got thicker and thicker, and I really had the sensation of being a cow, and we were being herded in the sense that we had no control over what direction we were going in.
It'll take you 2 hours.
Towards the end of our walk, they actually had some folks out there giving us directions and cheering us on, and eventually we did make it to the mall. We just walked on the mall until the crowd stopped and we stopped. And there we stood for the next 5 hours.
Been outside for 3 hours in below freezing temperatures, and I have at least 2 more hours before this thing begins. You do think about leaving, but you're so glad you didn't.
We were cold, and I'm surprised I still have toes.
And we found ourselves talking to strangers. People didn't feel like strangers, and I'd never really had that Mayberry small town experience. People were really encouraging to one another, and it really helped because you're standing in the cold and the light is coming up and you're thinking, oh, maybe the sun will come out. It'll be a little bit warmer. And then they were replaying the concert from Sunday, which was great because that had so many good performers. And you have Garth Brooks singing American Pie and John Cougar Mellencamp singing Little Pink Houses, and everybody, no matter what their age, is singing along. No one's going, oh, that's a stupid song, or I don't like that artist. It's just this feeling It's interesting when the Clintons saw the Bushes, because you have all the former presidents coming out. I feel like, I don't think it's just ceremony. I feel like some of that partisanship is put aside. Maybe the people in some ways hang on to the partisan more than the politicians in those moments, because we were really unforgiving of Lieberman. And you could feel the cheers when we see John Kerry, and our heart goes out to him, and we see Al Gore, and we say, yeah. And Jimmy Carter comes out, and you're like, okay, rock on. That's our history.
Are you prepared to take the oath, Senator?
I am.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear
that I will execute the office of President of the United States faithfully.
that I will execute
faithfully the office of President of the United States.
President of the United States faithfully.
And will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
So we were on the mall for approximately 5 hours, pretty much just standing. People actually started leaving before it was officially over. The crowd started to disperse when the poet, towards the end, she started reading. And
Nothing clears a house like, and now, a poem.
I think it was mainly because people were cold. And the benediction, that's when we also got up and left. We probably went, I would say, maybe 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet, and then we stopped. The next thing you know, people are crowding in, you're being pushed a little bit. We stayed in the same spot for, I would say, 30 to 45 minutes. I was just really struck by the message that was being sent out by the millions of people that were there. The fact that we did spread all the way across the mall, from the Capitol to the Washington Monument, for the first time in the history. There were people that couldn't even get in. Just the significance of that. And I cannot imagine any other event or any other inauguration that's going to draw out the people, and where people would feel so united to come out in such force.
You see someone with an Obama hat or an Obama button, and your first thought is friend. This is a friend to me. And so this couple sat down, and we just started talking to them because you felt like it was okay. Some of the rules were relaxed about approaching strangers. And, within minutes, this woman's saying, oh, my husband, he works for the paper USA Today, and here's his cell number in case you girls get in trouble while you're out there. So that was so sweet and uncommon. I liked in his speech early on, he used the line, I don't remember the exact quote, but it was, we don't have to sacrifice our ideals to maintain our nation's safety. And later on, he started naming our core values, and I thought that was a very unifying event for anyone listening, that honesty and hard work, that is so American. We do believe in those things. It should be reflected in our politics, and sort of that call to remind us of that. I liked when he was naming different things. I felt tied in with that theme. When speaking to sort of about terrorism, it's not what you can blow away. It's not what you can tear down, but it's what a government can build up. And I felt like his call, kind of like John F. Kennedy's speech, was all of us are going to have to build it up. It's time to push the envelope again.